Hi guys, and welcome to another video. And it's a new day, or it's a new week, and it's a new issue. And my issue this week is Cooper's cut his paw. I'll put a photo up here. He's cut his paw. So we was at my mum and dad's and he was playing ball and that, and I was going to leave him there, go to my mate's house and that. And literally as I was about to turn around and leave him there, I turned round and there was just blood paw prints all over their kitchen. So we had both dogs there, but obviously Cooper's paw prints are a lot bigger, so we knew which dog it was straight away. And yeah, he's managed to cut his paw. So that is the new issue for this week. It's a big issue, but it's not a big issue. And you may think, well, why are you at work? Now, remember with this job that you are a security guard with dog handling capabilities. So yes, I do have Cooper here. And I think if I was more in the public eye, there'll be outcry and people will be phoning the RSPCA and all that sort of stuff. But the reason I'm here is because I am a security guard. So I am more or less going to be doing this as a security guard rather than a dog handler. Cooper is on really light duties in terms of he is here, but it is to rest. Now, as you can imagine, at my place with a 3-month-old puppy, the puppy is running around. The puppy doesn't understand that Cooper needs to rest, etc. Cooper has been pretty good. He's been sort of resting and laying around and not doing too much, but obviously the puppy comes over and wants to play, nips at him, tries to get Cooper to play, etc. And there's been a couple of times where that's not turned bad, but where Cooper's had a go at him and said, look, I'm not playing, stop pestering me, etc. So actually being at work and being in the crate is probably the best rest he could get. So he's on light duties. Obviously I'll be taking him out to go for a toilet, etc. But it's more or less exactly the same as what I have been doing when we've been at home. So since he's done it, obviously I try and get him to rest as much as I can, but obviously I have to take him out to go to the toilet, etc. And nothing's really going to change here. So he's on really light duties, or at the very worst, the absolute worst case scenario in terms of being able to do his job. Other than the patrolling for long periods of time, he can still walk to a certain distance, etc. I've been taking him for like 5-10 minute walks so that he could go for a toilet at work, toilet at home. So he could still do that. I think if it was an absolute worst case scenario, I don't think he would care that he's got a cut foot. He would still do that side. But obviously, as part of this job, the aim is that is the absolute last resort. And I think even with a damaged foot, that becomes even more the case. So he is here, but he's on really light duties. I'm going to be doing this as a security guard because that is what I am. And yeah, like I say, it's the best place for me to contain him, where he will do as little sort of walking around, etc. as possible, because obviously with a cut on the bottom of his foot, it will heal up. But obviously the more he walks on it, the less chance it's got of it healing up quickly. So actually being in the crate is good for him in terms of his sort of recovery, etc. And like I say, it's the best place for him to get a rest, where he's not going to have a puppy that's going to be nipping at him, wanting to play, etc. So actually bringing him here is probably the best place. And like I say, I think if the public saw it, they would think that I'm working him, patrolling him all the time whilst he's injured. But actually what he's here for is for a rest. And yeah, he's on very, very light duty. He's obviously going out, getting the toilet, etc. But as a security guard, that is my job. He's just there to assist me. But definitely whilst this is happening, he's an absolute worst case scenario and very light duties in terms of just going to the toilet, etc. So yeah, I've just got to site. I'm just going to unpack all my bag and that, and then yeah, we'll crack on with a dog down shift. And for today's food, we've got shredded duck, so like a hoisin duck wrap, special fried rice. In here we've got some cookies. I'm going to give these chorizo pepperami a go. Got normal parami, there's a couple of frubes, toffee crisp. I found a wagon wheel. I haven't had a wagon wheel for a while. Then just like a few chocolate bars, there's some more cheese, etc. Then there's a few packets of crisps and the old faithful soba noodles. So yeah, there's the food that's going to get me through this shift tonight. Hey mate, you alright? So as you guys can see, he's got it bandaged up to stop any, obviously when I do get him out to go to the toilet, even though I've done that at home, bandaged it up so that nothing, so no dirt or anything, any crap can get into it. How you feeling, mate? You alright? Hey? You good boy. Do you want to chew? Do you want a treat? Yeah? What have we got in this treat box for you today? Hey? Won't give you that one. We will give you pig in blanket, a couple of Milky Bones, That'll do you for now, won't it? Eh? Good boy, eh? He's a good boy. Right, you're on rest duties, right? So far, so good. It's a different sensation walking around with without the dog, but so far so good. Been pretty quiet. I think I'm lucky on a site like this that I could probably do it without a dog. It's not that busy, touch wood, never say that, but it's a nice site and it's quite small as well, so I could probably do this one without a dog. So actually the site that I'm on, it does me a favour, etc. The only problem is with him is that he has certain areas he likes to go for a poo, and we just had a little bit of a fight-ish that he kept trying to pull me to an area he normally likes to go for a poo, but that area is really mucky and wet. Now that the cold temperatures are gone, it's now like really mucky and wet, and I want to try and keep him out of them areas to stop the bandage getting wet and things like that, and end up freezing around his foot, etc. So I'm trying to keep him out of them sort of areas. So we had a bit of a fight, and in the end I won. In the end he went for a poo in an area I wanted him to, which is quite dry, easy to pick up, etc. So yeah, so far so good. Just a very weird sensation as the foxes start going off. Just a weird sensation, obviously, walking around without the dog, etc. But yeah, the foxes are... I think there's about 3 foxes within about 50 yards of each other. I think that's foxes, isn't it? Well, hopefully I won't be mauled by the foxes, and I'll be back for an update in a little while. So we're into sort of probably about the last 6 hours now, and like I said, I think because you are a security guard first, dog handler second, having the dog not in full fitness isn't like a massive thing. Like it seems strange because I'm so used to patrolling with the dog. It does seem strange patrolling without the dog in that, but it's not like it hasn't made a massive difference to actually the way in which I work, etc. So yeah, we are sort of, like I say, we are last 6 hours or so. Just had some dinner, got a little bit of some egg fried rice for the dog, so he'll be happy that he gets a little bit of dinner as well. And yeah, like I say, with this, you are a security guard first, dog handler second, so if the dog isn't at full fitness, it doesn't actually make too much of a difference to the job, etc. Apart from it just feeling a bit strange when it comes to actually patrolling and not having someone that's going to detect on something early standing next to you. Okay, well, we're coming up to the end of the shift now. And as you can see from that video, Cooper's still moving pretty well. Obviously, dogs with bandages, the way they walk, they're always a little bit suspect. But the bandage is more there to stop him licking it, to stop him making it worse, and obviously to stop it being out and open to obviously the ground, the dirt, the dust, or whatever it is. So it's more to stop him licking it and obviously to protect it a little bit. He still moves pretty well. It's not really hurting him. These are what I use. So this is sort of like self-adhesive tape. I'll put a link down in the description of this video. I would advise getting this because it stops the dog from being able to rip it off. This is what I found to be quite useful. Like normal bandages, things like that you have to tie like knots or bows and that sort of stuff in, I found that the dog can normally rip them open. Or like normal bandages, the dog can kind of get a bit of a tether to it and kind of pull them apart. These self-adhesive wraps, so basically what I do is I'll get like some Hibby scrub, have a pad, spray the Hibby scrub onto the pad as well as the paw to clean it, and then I'll get the wrap and I'll wrap it up. Like I say, these self-adhesive wraps have been what I've found to be really good and stop the dog from being able to rip the bandage off, etc., and stop him sort of licking or trying to get through the bandage. So that's what I've kind of done. Like I say, the shift has been different. Like I say, it doesn't make a massive difference to my job whether I've got the dog or not. Obviously having him here has been for him to have a rest away from the puppy, away from just being able to just chill out, let him mend. I feel like it's been a decent shift, although it's been a little bit boring because I haven't been able to get out and do some training, different things like that. I think he's a little bit fed up with not being able to do what he wants to do, whether it's like do some play or do like a proper patrol, etc. But it is what it is. He needs to mend up, so it's something that he's going to have to do. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below for loads more videos. Down in the description as well is my Patreon. If you like what I do and you want to help support me for as little as £3 a month, you can help support what I do. I'll really appreciate it if you did. But yeah, like I say, I hope you got something out of this video, even if it is that these wraps stop the dog from trying to rip them off. So cheers for watching, and I'll see you again next week.